Remember my pockets in a drought, I couldn't get no chick. They say that Trini left his paper. You see, that's a milk.
It's week 10 of the National Football League, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Steelers and the Ravens on Monday night.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense. Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for Andrews last week: 5 catches, 95 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Six yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Block now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 17 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about...
And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Locke's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Locke now on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Jackson.
A slant route caught by Bateman.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
Gets by him at the 25, and he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jackson.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this is caught. It's Brown. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7.
Now Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Locke now on 1st down.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. Touchdown! Chase Claypool.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Jackson on 1st down.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's is made at the Steelers' 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. So we've reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Second and 10.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on.
He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Block off of play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Freiermuth.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 40. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Dobbins. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run on first down. Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Here's Locke to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. To throw again on second down. Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
69 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Here's Michael Palardy now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 1:40 to play.
Dobbins with it.
That catch good for only a couple. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Garyon Conley.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Locke, he's set to take a knee, and that should do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who